Hello, I'm Adam.
And I'm Rob.
And welcome to episode 14 of the Screen Bucket podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the show tonight?
Very manic. We've got a stressful but electric energy to us because we're just about, at this point in time, to film our first professional film tomorrow. So we're on all sorts of stress and bubbles.
This might be the last time we speak as friends.
Yes.
If we offend each other on the highly stressful shoot.
Yes.
Oh, we'll be fine.
If we do, it's been a good run.
I think
you'll treasure our memories.
I think you've moaned at me before when we filmed back in college.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a very stressful directing gig.
Yeah. That's why I'm never going to direct again.
All right. We'll see. After tomorrow night, we'll see.
Oh, God.
We had a show. We had
Yeah.
stuff in it, didn't we?
We did.
What stuff did we have?
So we talked about Critters 1 and Critters 2.
Ooh. Which
One
you
of
prefer?
those, Critters 2. 100%. 100%.
I agree, but I think my heart might be with the first one.
I can see why. I mean, it's where you first find these critters.
Yes.
It is a warmer film. There's a family element, and like you were saying, there's fear there. A fear that's not present in the first.
In second.
In the second.
Yeah. The second's just a romp.
Yeah, it is a
comedy
romp. It is exactly a romp.
Westerny romp. But yes. Well, we also discussed a little bit about the last fortnight. Some more Marvel stuff. Actually, it was very Disney heavy, wasn't it?
It was it was Marvel and Disney, and then we had a bit of DC and a bit of Amazon. So sold out a bit on that one.
One day we should talk about like Channel 4.
Yeah.
Do you remember Channel 4?
Channel 5.
Good heavens.
We must never go there.
We must never go there. Unless you're paying us money.
Yeah, then we love you, Channel 5. Please make our film.
I love Channel 5.
Yeah, fantastic. They have all the Australian stuff on there, don't they? Like Neighbours and Home and Away.
Do they still?
I think so. Because I've still got a big following over here.
Do you know, Australians find that the weirdest thing?
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of the car in Australia?
What?
There's a car, and it's just in the middle of traffic, and this giant spider crawls up of it, and then just crawls into the crack in the boot, and just goes in. And then the driver just doesn't know. And then that's the film.
Possum?
Don't put the foot.
You're talking about Possum?
But I can't. You should put the possum down. Put Possum Spider down. Can't go to Australia. Beasts crawl into the corners, and then you see them, and then you die.
I really want to go to Australia.
I do, but can they take the arachnids away?
No, because then you can eat them. You can have a leg for each member of the family. Like lobster.
What about a member for each leg of the family?
What does spider taste like?
I don't know, chicken. It's always chicken, isn't it?
Or lobster, though. Sort of.
The crustaceans, I assume, are much more closely related to arachnids.
You get sea spiders, don't
Why
you?
did you do that noise?
I don't know, that was weird, wasn't it?
It sounded like another noise I don't really like very much. Oh! The trailer for the film.
Yes, from A24 Films, directed by Ari Midsummer.
Yeah. So it looks about a bunch of kids. They're going to what they assume is like a festival, like a kind of pagan festival.
It looks very Wicker Man-y.
Yeah, very, very Wicker Man-y. And obviously in Hereditary there was a nasty, nasty sound. But now there's a nasty, nasty sound in this one.
So what was the Hereditary sound? You couldn't even do it. You couldn't even bring yourself.
Shut up!
And what's the new one?
There's going to be some guy doing that in the film, and it's going to be rubbish.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. We need to go. Who's the director's name?
I don't know, bloke.
It's something like Ari.
Ari.
Hurry up, Harry.
Oh, this is terrible.
We're going down the...
Ari Aster.
Ari Aster. Oh, so close. Yeah.
Oh, it's got Will Poulter in.
Yes, it has, yeah.
Yeah, we love Will Poulter.
We do love Will Poulter.
Props to Will Poulter.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. And Ma looks good as well. Do
Yeah.
look up the trailer for Ma. And of course, I don't think it's out. Don't think it's even out by the time this comes out. But Love, Death, Robots.
Love, Death, Robots. Very soon. We will be dissecting that.
We will indeed. Anyway, I think that's enough waffle, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the show. Enjoy.
Oh, this is Screen Bucket with Adam and Rob. Learn about movies whilst forgetting your job. There's TV and games and other stuff too. And we're gonna gonna share all this with you. Get out of my factory, you little toad.
I'm scared, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're currently sitting in a room surrounded by batteries, by scripts, by empty boxes,
Costumes.
Because, why, Rob?
Because tomorrow we're filming our first ever professional film.
Oh my god.
And it has been an evening of some discovering problems, solving problems, problems surfacing,
Yep.
problems being quashed.
Yes. It's... nothing's ever easy, and then suddenly you find something else. That seems to be the way. Oh, it's all looking really good. Oh, everything's working out really... Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh, we can't film there.
Yes.
Oh, the car doesn't fit there.
We don't have a driver anymore.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is the first of many. Tomorrow there will be several more.
Oh, yeah.
And this will happen during the shoot.
Yeah. That's all it is. Filmmaking. It's just finding solutions, I guess. It's all problem solving.
The thing is, rich people and producers and all of those BBC and Channel 4 types,
Oh, yes.
they have dozens and dozens of crews, and they've all got their jobs sorted. There's only like really 3 of us, plus the rest.
Yep.
And then if anything goes wrong, it's all ruined.
I guess it's an interesting thing. I remember thinking why there's so many people working a film set. Do you reckon it's just because they are focused on one tiny thing
Absolutely.
and they do it properly
Yes.
and no faff? Yeah.
It's like when you made those salmon and tuna paste crackers and you smeared a load of paste on one side of the cracker and then the other side of the cracker was crap. But that other side of the cracker was really good. You have to spread the paste evenly in a film.
This show's ruined you, hasn't it?
Yes. Yes, it has.
You never used to like paste, did you?
Now I like paste.
Now you're a paste man.
I am.
Paste
Sorry.
man Pat.
Did you mean to do that?
What?
Paste man, because it rhymes with waste man.
Oh, no, I didn't. I was going for paste man Pat
Okay.
and his black and white
Pam.
Pam.
No.
What?
Paste. Shush, it's a stressful time. It's a stressful time. Come on, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Good question. So this show, we're going to be a little bit focused on what we're doing tomorrow. So we're going to be Monster Mayhem Madness. What?
Yes, Triple M.
Triple M. The Triple M. So what are we talking about? What films are we talking about?
Shall I say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Annoyed at you, actually, because I was going to spend the week meditating and playing Skyrim. I've just discovered Skyrim a million years after it came out.
20 years later.
And instead, just on the week, the ultimate week before we film our film, you said, now we're going to watch 2 films. We're not just going to watch one. So I had to sacrifice more time yesterday, where I could have been like fixing that problem with the man in the jailhouse who wouldn't tell me the information.
Yeah, but I've given you 2 extra hours of research for tomorrow's shoot. Ooh.
All right. I will forgive you. And do you know what? I enjoyed them. Critters 1 and Critters 2.
Both critters.
I know.
Both the good ones.
Both
the ones
the good ones.
to care about. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent.
So we'll be talking about them from a perspective of 2 massive monster fans.
Yeah. And yeah, I think it's hard to... We've mentioned Gremlins before, but it's hard to diminish the importance of critters to what we do, I think.
No, absolutely not. I mean, in that era of time, there's a slippery slope to some really awful sort of monster movies, but sort of Gremlins and Critters are the 2 that stay above the surface level and are actually enjoyable.
Well, I think Gremlins top, Critters next.
Yeah.
And then it's all the rest.
And then all the rest.
Yeah, two right. All right, well, yeah. Have you been watching anything this week?
I have. I'm sure many people would have watched all of this already, but I'm really enjoying Umbrella Academy.
Oh, yeah.
Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance's creation.
Teenagers.
Yeah,
He doesn't like teenagers, does
They
he?
scare the living Yeah, it's really good in the sense that you can tell he has a lot of love for those characters, and they all seem to come from a personal place of him. You know, anyone who knows My Chemical Romance knows they were very emo.
How old's the comic?
The comic, I know he started writing it in the very early days of the band. I don't know when the first one was released.
Should have taken years.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's certainly been out for a long time, like 2010 maybe. That's just a guess. I don't know.
I know someone else who's really into it. And he wanted to pick up the comic. But the third part's not out yet. I don't know whether that's because it's the collected volume rather than the individual ones.
Oh, really?
You buy the first and second, but the third one's not out till August, so who knows? But yeah, no, it looks really good. It's definitely on my list.
It's very charming. It's a lovely, fuzzy version of Happy.
It's a lovely, fuzzy version of Happy.
Yeah, so it's got this, it's got.
I heard it was more serious than Happy.
It's more serious, but Happy's very dark and very like, you feel like your face has been shoved in a toilet with every scene. With the Umbrella Chronicles, it feels like,
Chronicles?
Umbrella Chronicles? The Umbrella Academy. What's the Umbrella Chronicles?
I don't know, but we should write it.
No, the Umbrella Chronicles is a thing.
Is it? It's not from
Resident Evil. Yeah.
What's people crazy about umbrellas?
Yeah, we need umbrellas for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, write that down.
Write
that down now.
This is going to keep happening for the rest of the show.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yes. I'm glad you like it. It's definitely on my list.
Yeah, give it a watch, man. Definitely.
Is it the first series of many?
They'll be. They've already signed for a second.
Oh, they have. Cool.
Recently,
good stuff. I've just got a subscription to Shudder.
So this is the streaming horror one.
Yeah. Oh man. I thought for some reason it was in my head that you can only get it in America.
You can get over here.
Yes. Yes.
So give us a sort of brief overview of the kind of content you're likely to find on Shudder.
There's a mix. You've got a lot of the classic horrors. What ones we've talked about on here, like Reanimator and From Beyond. Do you remember that one?
No.
From Beyond with the head snake.
Oh my god, that was great.
It's all that sort of stuff. But there's also weird independent ones as well. I watched The Night Where Something Strange Happens or something like that.
Great title. Did something strange happen?
Yeah.
What happens?
I can't even describe it.
Really? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's zombies, but instead of like a rage virus, it's an STD. And that's how they spread it. And with that thought in mind, let me move on to the next thing.
Cool.
Speaking of horror.
Yes.
I just got this. New release Blu-ray, right? I got it exclusively on the cover. It came out on Thursday the 7th.
Okay.
Possum. Describe what you see. Describe what you see.
Why is it called Possum? Okay, there's a picture of a bed. It looks like a mental hospital bed. Mm-hmm. On top of the bed is a large gym bag. Coming out of the bed is what I can only describe as one of those ginormous Hertfordshire spiders with the really thick legs, only it's about 5 feet wide. Why does that exist? Why is it called Possum? Why has it been given 5 stars 4 times?
Here's the thing. Yes, it is quite a terrifying cover. You're right.
I can't stop looking at it. I need to stop looking at it.
But, I tell you what, mate. Possum is a stylish, unique, dark and twisted tale from writer-director Matthew Holness. Who's Matthew Holness, you say? Well, I'll tell you. He wrote and directed Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
No way.
Also The Snipist and A Gun for George. I don't know what they are. Film follows the story of a disgraced children's puppeteer who returns to his childhood home and is forced to confront his wicked stepfather and the secrets that have tortured him his entire life. With music from the Radiophonic Workshop. Ooh!
Why the giant spider on the bed in the gym bag?
No one knows.
Yeah.
Well, I don't anyway.
Well, you've ordered it now, so I suppose we'll be watching it at some point. Fantastic.
Yeah, no. Yeah, check it out if you want to be horrified.
Put it down. Thank you.
Right, come on then. What's the first song?
Run Boy Run by Wild Tree. What was he called?
Woodkid. Close enough.
It's a good song.
Oh, mademoiselle, would you like to have a film discussion? Oh, yes, monsieur. I'd love to have an in-depth film discussion with you, like I do on Screen Bucket.
And that was Power of the Night from the Critters soundtrack.
Ooh.
Johnny Steele.
Johnny Steele, what a guy.
Not a real man.
Not a real man.
No.
No, it doesn't exist.
No. But yes, it's from Critters, and it's all over the place in Critters.
Yeah, they
Critters.
shove it down our throats.
Let's keep saying critters.
Critters.
Critters, yes. The rip-off of Gremlins
Yes.
that everyone loves still.
Written before Gremlins,
Yeah, I heard that.
apparently.
Apparently, a lot of people suspect that Critters was a very different film. And they ramped up all the silliness after Gremlins.
Oh, really?
All those bits where the creatures are playing about, eating the things.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most Gremlins scene you could possibly have.
Indeed. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Critters. 1986 sci-fi comedy horror?
Yes.
Yes, I'd say so. Directed by Stephen Herrick. What's Stephen Herrick done? Nothing. Don't Tell Mum the Babysitter's Dead fame.
The highly successful live-action remake of 101 Dalmatians starring Glenn Close.
Wow.
I really enjoyed that.
Oh, he did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, there we go. But anyway, tell us about Critters.
Okay, so it's Brad Brown is our man. Any of you watched the Orville, you would recognise an adult Brad Brown as Scott Grimes is the name of the actor. Scott Grimes.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, very cool.
PI?
Scott Grimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he lives with his very old-fashioned style family. You know, he does things like hit his sister with a slingshot and then his dad grounds him. His dad, who's always in the garage fixing cars. His mum is always washing up and preparing the breakfast.
And it's a farmhouse.
Yeah.
Is it? Are they with cows?
They've got cattle. Yeah, they've got cattle. As one, we've discovered that one cattle meets his demise later in the film.
Oh, that's right, yes.
There's a half-wit.
Charlie, played by Don Hopper,
Cool.
who later took over like writing and producing and starring in all the films.
Oh, he became the main
he
man.
became the main man.
So they're in the town, but actually before this, we open up in a spaceship. It's all very science fiction. They're saying things like Sector 17
Yes.
and R196B
Yes,
and all
yes.
this code. And then a very Doctor Whovian alien wheels out and he's speaking to two bounty hunters and he says, "The Krites. We can't have the Krites breaking their way across the galaxy." Yeah, they've escaped.
They've escaped from a penal colony and stolen a ship.
Yes. So already we know that whatever these Krite things are, they're very sophisticated in that they can drive a spaceship.
Yes.
Which you you scratch your head about later in the film when you see them.
They're intelligent super criminals. Yeah.
But they're also just rodents with big teeth. And so we have our two bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters.
Yes, and they can morph their faces to
Yes.
disguise themselves to whatever planet
Which
they go
makes
to.
a lot of sense. If they're intergalactic, just merging in with the local population.
Yeah.
You know, sneaking around all stealthy-like.
Yeah, it seems like if you want to be the best bounty hunter in the galaxy, you're going to want to be the master of disguise.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You don't want anyone to know you're there, do you?
No, absolutely not. So they go to this house with this very stereotypical 80s family, borderline offensive in these days, I would say. And yeah, they crash into this town. Charlie the drunk sees them crash.
Yeah, well, everyone has labelled him as a lunatic
Yes.
because he keeps receiving radio transmissions on his teeth and he knows that the aliens are coming. And then he sees the aliens coming. I was like, get out of here, Charlie.
They're not going to listen to you.
Yes. But then, of course, things go a bit wrong. April, who's Brad's sister, sneaks off to the barn with her idiot boyfriend Steve, doesn't she?
Played by Hunky Billy Zane.
Yeah, absolutely. And while in there, he goes to reach for the radio, doesn't he?
Yep. Was his fingers bitten off, or did he just do? Because I was watching, it's like, are they meant to be bitten off?
I think they're supposed to be bitten off.
Yeah, but he just bent them down.
Yeah. So it could be either. I think I remember it being bitten off when I first watched it.
Right.
But yeah, and that sort of signals it all kicking off. Really, eventually Brad is leading the fight with his family against these. How would you describe them? Sort of porcupines that stand on two legs.
Yeah, that's a good description. With a flat, fat face with a big toothy grin.
And all they do is eat.
Yes.
They eat.
And glowing red eyes.
glowing
And this
red eyes.
brings us back to why you question how on earth did they have the intellectual capacity to fly a high-tech spaceship across the galaxy to Earth.
It's interesting because later on, there's a whole thing that the critters grow to like human size the more they eat.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in the later ones. And I wonder if they're sort of, originally they were something different. Do you know? And then they made them small and puppets after Gremlins.
It's as if they didn't completely establish the rules of the character.
But they roll about.
Yeah.
They communicate. Because initially they don't. Initially they seem like animals, wild animals. But then they start talking to each other with subtitles in one of the funniest scenes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, amazing.
You can't even say it.
2 Krites on the porch. They've just chased the family back into the house.
Yeah.
They're standing there. Lady points shotgun out of door.
Well, they say, before that, they see the weapons, and then they say, they're armed.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Shotgun comes through the door.
Bang. F word.
And then he rolls away.
In subtitles. Which you imagine in the 80s when you're probably not allowed too many swears.
Yeah.
To see that word just across the screen when you're a 12-year-old is probably quite exciting.
Now, when I first saw Critters, I was very young. And I used to confuse Critters and Gremlins quite a lot.
Right.
Eventually, I got to know Gremlins as the funny one and Critters as the scary one.
Right.
Because all I remember were the glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
And the
sinister.
teeth. You know. But then I remember watching it, and I don't think I ever got past the first 10 minutes or so. Because it was that scary. But then I remember laughing. And then I went, maybe this isn't that scary.
There are moments in it that are funny. It's very funny. I mean, my favourite moment is probably a very quick shot of, and this needs to be in every monster film, of the furry little Krite is attached to the dad's neck and it's just going, "Argh!"
Oh, yeah.
And it's just for 1 second, but because it looks so ridiculous, it's hilarious. And I think
yeah.
that's the key, isn't it? It's if you want to have a funny monster movie like Critters, they have to be moving
Yes,
funny.
that's true. Yes.
That's where so much of the humour comes from.
But hot on their tail, as we mentioned, are the bounty hunters. Now, on their way to Earth, one of them takes the shape... they watch TV to try and learn a bit about Earth, and one of them takes the shape of a rock star.
Yes.
Johnny Steele. Singing Power of the Night. And his face melts down, doesn't it? It reforms into a human skull. And
Really good effects.
really good effect. Really interesting and unique. The other one's not quite sure, so keeps changing his face. But they go down in disguise, don't they? And they sort of blend in and...
Oh, the blending in stops
Very quickly.
very quick.
Yes, they've got massive, massive cannons, and they're not afraid of using them.
No, very phallic cannons.
Yes, it actually grows
Yeah.
when they prepare to shoot. But what's the first thing they do? The first thing they do is they find the cop car.
Yeah, transform into the dead cop.
Yep. They then drive the cop car
To the church.
backwards
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
into the porch, trashing the church.
And then they just walk down the aisle, and this is mid-service,
Yeah.
and we're here for the Krites.
Yeah.
Where
Give
are
us
the Krites?
where are the Krites?
Organ makes a sound. The lady accidentally leans on the organ. The more aloof bounty hunter turns around and blows it up.
Yes. What are their names? Ugg. Ugg is Johnny Steele.
Right.
The other one didn't have a name, apparently. But Ugg is the one we remember, yes. And then they go to a bowling alley.
Yes.
And they... One of my favourite little details. They don't open the door. He pulls the door off the hinges. It's just... There's no subtlety. They just walk in, ask for the Krites, blow something up, and move on again.
But not before Johnny Steele decides to pick up a bowling ball, work out what the game is about, and just shoot it down the aisle and just blow up all of the pins.
I love it. I love it so much. The bounty hunters make the film, I
Yes,
think.
they do. Because it's not a very good film. And I hate to say it, but I don't think it's a very good film because I think, apart from Scott Grimes' character Brad Brown, who's actually quite entertaining and enjoyable to watch, a good kid to put your shoes in, I would argue, the rest of the family is dead boring. The dad is dead boring.
Yes,
They
you're
don't
right.
do much.
Oh, I quite like the sister.
The sisters, she's got some fight in her.
But she and Brad have the opposite ends of the spectrum.
They're
sort of thing.
good, but I think the family in general are poorly written. They get boring. And that is exactly why, we're talking about how the bounty hunters are entertaining. You want to get into that town, and we will say, when we get to it, with Critters 2, that is why Critters 2 is better.
Yeah, it's true. With the family, it is a shame, because Dee Wallace, of course, plays the mum. Dee Wallace had just come hot off the back of E.T.
Yeah, perfect
she-
mum in an alien
She
film.
just became the mum who deals with a child and an alien, sort of.
Yeah,
And she's just so wet.
yeah.
She's just so boring.
But it's what she's told to do. She's told to sit and watch the TV.
Well, she gets a bit...
Complain when the TV works.
She gets a bit hot under the collar when Johnny Steele's on the screen as well.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
She's
little
looking
scene.
up, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It lacks that... It lacks Joe Dante. That's what it does.
Yeah.
It's almost Joe Dante and it's not.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for the creatures and the bounty hunters... The creatures themselves are actually really charming and bizarre.
Yes.
And they've got some unique stuff like the poison darts. That's quite cool.
Oh, yeah, really cool.
And then obviously, the great bounty hunters. But at the end, I don't want to spoil it, but it all sort of works out, and the bounty hunters shoot off into space, and they...
Not before they manage to fix the exploded house with some sort of time rewinding device.
Oh, the house gets blown up by the critters flying their spaceship.
Yeah. But how does
Just out of malice, because they're giggling as they do.
Yeah. But I just can't wrap my head around. So these bounty hunters, they just whiz off and go, oh yeah, we've got the technology to rewind time in that particular spot and make the house grow back.
Yeah. They didn't bring anyone back to life or anything.
There was just no need to add that in. Just right that the insurance comes through and they get a brand new farmhouse.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, that's how it ends. And then we move on to Critters 2.
Hollow Dell Media's Screen Bucket with Adam and Rob.
At the Hungry
Shut
Heifer.
up. Shut up.
Moo.
Shut up.
Oh. Critters 2.
Critters 2.
Right then. Critters 2. So, Critters 1, if we're to say that that's the straight-faced horror-ish film, this is the comedy sequel, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
This was directed by Mick Garris.
He did Fuzz Bucket in 1986.
Okay. Never mind.
And a Psycho sequel, one of the many Psycho sequels.
4. Is that
The
one?
Fly 2. Hocus Pocus. I don't
Hocus
know what he
Pocus.
was in it.
Writer.
Oh, right.
Anyway. Yes. Written and directed by Mick Garris. Yeah, I mean, the story carries on straight from the first one, doesn't it? Pretty much. 5 years later, is it?
Yeah, so 5 years later, our dear Brad, he's moved away. I assume his whole family's moved away, and he's getting a bus back into the old town.
Yes,
And
the old town that remembers him.
not so fondly.
No, the events of the first film obviously came out as rumours and stories, and just basically labelled the Brown family as insane.
Yeah, which you kind of struggle to wrap your head around, considering the whole bounty hunter debacle, where they blow up half the town with extraterrestrial weapons.
Is it actually? Was it that? Was it that they didn't believe them? Was it that he brought misfortune,
Oh, maybe
and
it
he was
that.
seen as
Well,
bringing bad luck?
They referred to him as the boy who cried Krite.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's as if they don't believe, because they never saw any actual critters. They only saw the bounty hunters.
Is that true? Didn't the
The
bulls...
copper did.
The copper did, yes. The sheriff.
Yeah.
Who, yes, we didn't mention him. The sheriff becomes a main part in the first film.
Yeah.
He becomes the hero that saves the day. In the first film, the sheriff was played by Emmett Walsh, who was a great character, I thought.
Yeah, really good. I've seen him in some other stuff as well.
Sort of reminds me of your dad a bit.
Yeah, he's got that jolly chin vibe going on.
But in Critters 2, replaced by Barry Corbin. It's alright.
Yeah, a bit less charisma.
Yeah. Now, Critters 2, it's a bit of a weak opening. Well, the actual opening's quite good, because Charlie's now in space. He's now a bounty hunter himself. He has to fight a big worm.
Yes.
It's really cool. But then they get a communication from another alien who says that you haven't finished your job on Earth. 5 years later.
You're not getting paid. Yeah, 5 years later.
So they have to go back.
So we assume from that these eggs have a very long gestation period.
Yeah. So at the end, that's right. At the end of the first film, we see some eggs in the
Which
in
has
the
been
barn.
ripped off by many things.
Yes.
Or maybe that ripped it off something else. But you see it in the end of Godzilla 98, which was too rubbish to get a sequel.
I think that's probably based on this, to be honest. But yeah, and so in Critters 2, in the world of Grover's Bend, where the events take place in the first film, the farmhouse has now been abandoned. Mm-hmm. There's now like scavengers almost, like scrap dealers who keep popping in and grabbing stuff. And one of them finds a bunch of eggs.
Yep.
Which he sells to the local elderly women's society as Easter eggs.
Yeah, via Brad's grandmama. Grandmama.
Yes.
Grandmama.
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 Oh, Grandmama.
Oh, grandmama.
Grandmama, would you fetch me some southern paste? Yes, who's a vegan, crazy vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much going on already.
So they're hiding the eggs around the garden for the Easter egg
They
hunt.
paint them all up.
You know, they drop one on the floor at one point, and it's like this horrible green yolk, and they don't get concerned. Maybe they should pick all the other eggs up.
But yes, the eggs inevitably hatch, and they hatch in quite an astonishing way.
Yes.
So the new sheriff is enticed to dress up as the Easter Bunny to play with the kids.
Yes.
And while he's hopping around in the garden, he can't do his flies up, is that right?
Yeah, he can't
and the eggs hatch, and all these little cute baby critters jump inside and start eating him up from the inside.
Yeah, it's grim. And he jumps through the window, he jumps through the stained glass window
Into
and
the
just
church.
dies in front of the altar.
It's a second church.
Yeah.
Smashed to pieces. Everyone's screaming and
Yeah.
crying.
They got a new priest in, and he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
You know.
So Brad arrives back in this town, and almost immediately, things kick off again.
Yes.
People aren't happy.
No.
Least of all, not the sheriff, the old sheriff, who's now been dragged back into the situation.
Indeed. And the bounty hunters arrive, so we have Johnny Steele, and the Charlie is a naughty boy, isn't he?
He is a naughty boy.
He runs along the ground and he finds, of all magazines, a Playboy. A dirty, seedy men's magazine on the floor.
Very good articles, though.
Very good articles, that's what he says, isn't it? And he opens a spread of the Playboy, and one of the other bounty hunter...
Lee. Is named in this one.
Right.
You got Ugg, who's Johnny Steele, and Lee, the faceless one who can't quite settle.
Right. Lee turns into the Playboy model.
Yes, the centerfold.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and it makes a point of showing her boobies, like more of a point than is necessary. It's as if the film is saying, this is like Critters 1, but now it has boobies.
But it's also tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
I don't think it's being overtly sexual. It's more like...
Boobies. It is very juvenile, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the fact she grows a staple.
She does.
So there's a complete body metamorphosis into the centerfold and has a staple in her stomach.
Yes.
Falls off. Why did the clothes fall off?
Because it's the boobies.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
They needed to show the boobies.
Yeah.
So now you've got a situation where Brad is not being believed, and then the townspeople, some of them start to see it. They come across a barn, and then one of the critters gets stuck to the wheel and gets squashed quite funnily.
Things very quickly go mental. So the critters start attacking, and they start attacking. It's not subtle. The first one there's a bit of build up. This one they just go, no, here you go.
All in. Yeah.
There's like
Pulling them in.
hundreds of balls rolling around.
Yeah.
But and they quickly attack the town, and the town realises, and everyone's scared. There's none of the wishy-washy stuff. And I just remembered one of my favourite little bits. They're in the newspaper office.
Yes.
Because Brad's love interest is the daughter of the newspaper guy.
Right.
Yeah. Bit Blair. But they're talking, and there's a glass door. And you just see villagers running away from these furry balls chasing them.
Yeah.
And there's one guy in particular who's like... just going completely crazy. Looking back at this fur ball that's just chasing you. Oh, that's very funny.
Oh no, because they used them better in this film. There's a bit where one of them's sort of whizzing across a telephone wire, isn't there? And
Yeah.
they have scenes where Brad will be like running along with a bat, swiping them along the floor as he goes, as a girl is cycling away on a tricycle.
Yes, that's right.
They used the critters much more effectively in this film.
There's the scene where they're in the Hungry Heifer.
Yes.
Which is, I think this is the clip that everyone knows. I think if everyone knows critters, they probably know the scene. Where the creatures are just eating.
Yeah.
They say that they gather to eat.
So one's in a bloody deep fat fryer, one's squirting ketchup everywhere.
Yeah. And that's when the bounty hunters catch up to them and start just blowing them to hell with these massive cannons and stuff. One of them gets their hair shot off.
Yeah, goes pew, very stupidly.
And then he looks in the mirror. Bitchin'.
It's the most Gremlins 2 scene ever.
Oh yeah, totally. But then we find out the actual interesting thing about the critters. They can merge
into a giant ball.
So a couple of them merge. That's how they escape. They heavy enough to go through the door, and then later on, a big ball.
Yeah.
And it's very silly.
So silly.
I love it.
And they do it really well when it skids around a corner. It kind of spins, doesn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. It almost, it's not just rolling, it's spinning.
No, it's skidding.
And at one point it rolls over a villager, and they're just a skeleton.
Yeah, it's a fleshy red skeleton.
And then towards the end, it sort of turns into a western. Even the music's very westerny. Because the whole village unite, the whole town.
They're trying to set a trap, and using the smell of the meat, they chuck a load of burgers to attract
the hungry heifer is fueled by polar burgers, is it? It's like a massive conglomerate that's only local to the area. They have all these frozen burgers, so they throw them all out, so they lure all the creatures in.
Yeah, you need someone that adding chips to the pile. And I'm thinking, why are you putting chips?
They're all just like throwing cheese strips out. It's very silly, and it ends really well. It's all quite it's sort of it all comes together.
There's a kind of Independence Day ending where you think you lose someone, but then they're not lost.
Oh, yeah, silly.
Yeah.
That unnecessary.
Sequel
bait.
Yeah.
But weirdly, this one's rated lower.
Preposterous.
Yeah.
It's stupidly wrong.
The only thing is, when I was watching these, I did post on Twitter I was watching them, and someone pointed out that the second one's like a kids' show. I can see that.
Yeah. But it's
I think that's a fair criticism, but...
I mean, I wouldn't call it a criticism because it's a film that knows how to have fun.
Yes.
There are moments in the first film where you think, well, you could have jazzed that up a bit.
The first one felt very underfunded. This one felt more...
But you're also dragged down by the Browns in general.
Yeah, it's true.
Whereas this, you have the personality of the townspeople because the townspeople fight back, and you're kind of like...
Oh, and they're all silly. They're all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, totally. Yeah. Critters 1, Critters 2. I think watching them back to back actually is the proper way of doing it.
Definitely.
I think they're individually I can watch them, but I think together they
do work very well because they work very well together as just a complete story. Whereas 3 and 4 are absolute abominations.
Yeah.
And unless you really, really like Leonardo DiCaprio and you want to see him in one of his first roles,
I think it was his first role as a
really?
kid. Yeah. The third one, it's somewhere else. It's like New York City. It's in an apartment block. Boring. And the fourth one, in space.
Yeah.
Which isn't the weirdest thing to do with this series.
No.
But it's rubbish.
Yeah.
Although it's got Brad... Is it Dourif? Or Dourif? Durf. Brad Dourif.
Who's Brad Dourif?
You'll know him as Wormtongue.
Oh, yes.
Or the voice of Chucky.
Right, of course.
But yes.
Oh, nice.
I think the fourth one's worth watching as something else.
Okay.
I think Critters 1 and Critters 2... Critters 2's got a Tremors vibe as well.
It does.
Critters 4 is trying to be alien.
Mm.
It's a bit weird. I think it's a quirky thing. But Critters 5...
The series.
There's also Critters 5. We are in a Critters revival.
What's Critters 5?
There's a Critters 5 being... I think it's just finished shooting.
No way.
Yeah. I think that's right. And then the Critters series on Shudder, as mentioned, that's why I signed up.
Yeah.
Because in a couple of weeks... Yeah.
Because they form it, from what I've seen from the trailer, they form into that ball again, which I'm always pleased to see.
They've also got like the spaceship crashing. I wonder if is it just a reboot?
They've got a ginger person who looks very similar to Scott Grimes.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's deliberate. Maybe it's an offspring.
Or it's set after 2. I don't know. I actually don't know. And I don't really want to look it up. I kind of want it to be a surprise.
Yes.
But that's out end of March? It's out soon. Shudder. Sign up. Not sponsored by Shudder.
Screen Bucket on North Herts FM. Beep boop.
Adam's Film Reviews. The Kid Who Would Be King, 2019.
Bettis, you've got to see what I found. There's something written on the card. Put it into Google Translate. It means Sword of Arthur. What if you're the only person who could have pulled that sword out? What if it's Excalibur?
Ah, finally. Follow me. I am Merlin.
I thought Merlin was supposed to be an old man.
An ingenious disguise, don't you think? In 4 days, the Dark Sorcerer Morgana will take over the world.
Awaken my warriors. And I'm supposed to stop her. That's ridiculous. There's your sword back, and good luck with everything.
You're a king, Alexander. The sword chose you.
Why would we help you?
Because you're the strongest people I know. You're my knights. And this is the round table. Quick, Bedders, lift up the flaps.
Oh my god, you're such a nerd.
Written and directed by Joe Cornish off of the Adam and Joe Show, The Kid Who Would Be King is a contemporary medieval fantasy adventure film that sees 12-year-old Alex Elliot thrown into the ring against an ancient evil, dragging his friends and foes along with him. See, Alex is well aware of the pecking order at his new school. After getting into a fight to defend his best friend Bedders from school bullies Lance and Kay, Alex is put squarely in the crosshairs of his new enemies. One night, Alex is forced to run into an old building site with Lance and Kay hot on his heels. After he loses the bullies, Alex explores his surroundings and finds a sword lodged deep in a concrete foundation. He draws it with ease and heads straight to Bedders to show it off. Together they examine the markings on the hilt, with the help of Google Translate, and discover that it's the mythical Excalibur, and that by drawing it from the stone, Alex is, in fact, the heir to King Arthur's throne. The next day, the sudden arrival of the teeth-grindingly irritating new kid earns the attention of Alex and Bedders, who are very aware that he won't stop staring at them. He reveals himself as Merlin, the legendary wizard and mentor of King Arthur, who dismisses the notion of him being young by revealing that he ages backwards. Oh, and he can also transform into an owl via sneezes. By drawing Excalibur from the stone, Alex has set events into motion. Beneath the earth, the ancient Morgana has awoken and intends to enslave all mankind on the coming eclipse, and only Alex and his chosen knights have the power to stop it. Alex, Bedders and his former bullies team up on a quest to discover the truth, to work together to explore the lands and test their mettle against a growing horde of undead soldiers, evil trees and fire-breathing monstrosities. But will they be able to stand together in time to save humanity? The Kid Who Would Be King has been out for a while now, and I agree, I've probably missed the boat on this review, but for once I've got a legitimate excuse. This is a truly fantastic film, and the sort of fantasy adventure I can really sit down to enjoy, but it isn't easy when a film is only on when everyone's still at work. What is the point of spending a fortune on marketing and making the movie, then only putting it out for idiot school children? This is a fun, innocent adventure with some great performances from the main cast, particularly Louis Serkis as Alex and Rihanna Doris as Lady Kay. The dark synth soundtrack is understated and unique, and there's some genuine childhood fantasy material in and around the school. I mean, seriously, who didn't imagine what it would be like to prepare the school gym for an all-out war, complete with booby traps and barricades? If you can catch it at the cinema, definitely watch this. Otherwise, definitely check it out when it eventually comes out on Netflix or DVD or whatever. It's brilliant!
All hail the once and future king.
Please don't. It's embarrassing.
Where did you learn how to drive?
Mario Kart.
As you may be aware, we are on Twitter at @screen_bucket. And as we've just hit 1,000 followers, I promise to give a special shout out to our 1,000th follower. So, here goes. Cognition 24. 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 Cognition 24 at cognition_24. They make data the heart of your business.
Welcome to Fortnite Schmortnight. So the Marvel production chief has affirmed that Marvel are committed to diversity and feel that the world is ready for the first openly gay superhero, which is likely to be the leader of the Eternals. Have you heard of the Eternals?
Nope.
No.
Did they get to number 1 with...
Eternal Flame?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Oh dear.
Destiny's Child? Who was that? Sugar Babes?
No, Eternal Flame was a cover by Atomic Kitten.
So the Atomic Kittens are gay?
Yes.
Right, okay.
And they are going to show up in phase...
That dream I had.
Oh, wow. Is there something you wish to announce? They're showing up in phase 4 of the MCU, I think. Yeah. So there's going to be another phase. So when this Thanos business is over...
They're just going to roll out all the people no one's heard of.
Yeah.
Hooray!
And I don't know if he was gay in the comics, but I suppose with Marvel, all of these superheroes are decades and decades old and come from a time where obviously homosexuality wasn't something people wanted to write heroes as.
Yeah. Is there a name?
Yeah. Don't know what it is.
But then, you say that, Guardians of the Galaxy is only it's not that old at all.
That's true.
English comic. English writers. That's why it's good.
Indeed.
Okay, yeah.
But that is good. About time.
But will they have... Who's directing it, though? Is it going to be a white, straight man?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely. What else has been going on is... Have you heard about this Star Wars theme park?
I heard they were doing a big section of Disney World.
Yes. They announced in 2012... No, since attaining LucasArts, in 2012, Disney have been keen to make Star Wars like a huge part of their resorts. They've announced this thing called Galaxy's Edge. It's gonna, from all I saw from the trailer, there's gonna be some awesome Millennium Falcon sort of flight simulator ride.
Really?
Where you're all in the cockpit. And I don't know if you're operating machines in there or anything. I don't know if there's I don't know if it's a score-based one, but that'd be fantastic. From what I saw in the trailer, it looks incredible.
Would that be better or worse than X-Wing simulators where you have to do like the trench run?
I think it would be better because the Millennium Falcon is the one where, I don't know about you, but when I watched Star Wars, that was the most exciting part.
Oh yeah, totally.
When they were working together in there.
As a simulator?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to live in the Falcon.
Right.
But I wanted to fly an X-Wing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. But I suppose when they're trying to shove as many people onto one ride as possible.
That's true.
But yeah.
Cool. Luke, you've turned off your targeting computer.
Yeah.
All that stuff. That'd be awesome.
It'd be amazing. That would be really, really good.
Because maybe you could actually use the targeting computer as intended.
They've pushed forward the release because people have been mad to go. So May 31st, one is going to open at Disneyland Resort, and then the one at Walt Disney World opens August 29th. And I think there's going to be more than just the Millennium Falcon. There's going to be a ton of stuff.
Cool.
So that's really exciting. Yeah. Have you heard about news on the Suicide Squad sequel?
There's a couple bits I've heard.
Yeah, so Will Smith.
He's
at it. He doesn't. He's too A-list. So I
was surprised they got him in the first place.
Yeah, but he's just said, "Nah, I'm not going to do that anymore."
Yeah.
They brought in our man Idris.
Yay!
I think he'll be great in the role.
Does this mean he's a definite no for Bond?
I think he said categorically. Well, I don't know if you'd say categorically, but he recently said that he didn't want to be put into any role where he was sort of typecast or recognised too much. He didn't want to play like any big characters in his career.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get that.
Oh, and that brings me to as well. Cillian Murphy is now a massive rumour. Yeah. Now he's tipped to play.
No, I don't think so.
I think he'd be good. I still think Michael Fassbender is.
Oh yeah, totally.
Has to be Bond.
Cillian Murphy. I don't know.
I think he'll look good in the tux, man. I think he'll put it off.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't. He's got the wrong essence for me. Yeah. He feels like a crack dealer, not a suave spy.
His charm. I don't know if it's. Do you remember the film Red Eye, where he was on a plane and he was an awful sort of. He was forcing.
No, I don't know.
Rachel McAdams to sort of do these things.
Oh.
He's like kidnapped her on a plane and he's trying to commit a crime.
Right.
And ever since then, he's always had a kind of coldness to him. So the thing about Bond is his charm is warm. In Peaky Blinders, there's a coldness to him.
Yeah. In Sunshine, he's desperate. I mean, he might look the part. I think he's a bit too intimidating. He'd make a good counter.
He'd make a very good nemesis.
Like a 006 traitor sort of guy.
I need to show you this, by the way. Have you heard of King Shark?
King Shark.
Look at this, right?
What is this?
It's basically a street shark. He's a villain in the next Suicide Squad film.
Oh, awesome.
So it's for the people... I'd describe this creature.
I would describe this creature as a bodybuilder with the head of a shark.
Yes.
Yeah. A great white, I would say, maybe?
A great white.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
So we want him. So we're happy there's a Suicide Squad sequel now because there's a Shark Man.
Well, I heard Warner Brothers are over the moon with the Suicide Squad script. As it was written by James Gunn, wasn't it? Yeah.
And that's why.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
You bring in the big gun. Seriously? And finally, my favourite thing ever, Lord of the Rings. Amazon have made an announcement. So people were worried that it was going to be kind of treading on the toes of the story that we know. What's the point in kind of redoing any sort of stuff from the films?
Okay.
They are going 3,000 years back in time to the Second Age.
Okay.
The new TV series is going to be set in Numenor, which is kind of like an Atlantis-like island.
Yes.
With this prospering race. It's in.
That's where the Rangers came from, wasn't it?
Yeah. So in Frodo and Sam's time, this is considered like they don't even think it exists. They don't know if it exists.
Yeah.
It's, kind of...
it's where I think I'm right. I'm thinking back to my misspent youth reading Tolkien books and all sorts. That's where Aragorn's people were from.
I believe so.
That's why they live longer. Yeah.
And I don't know if Gandalf's only 2,000 years old, so this might be before he was born. I'm not sure. But, so there's going to...
Weren't the wizards part of the world? Aren't they as old as the world? I can't remember.
So I don't know what form Gandalf was at this point, but basically there will be no one of any recognition.
No, I like that. That's really cool.
Which is great. Yeah.
So we're going to see the Battle of Five... No, it's not the Battle of Five Armies. What's it called? The Last Alliance, Great Alliance. What was it called?
What, with the likes of Theoden and Isildur
yeah.
Volcano, the Battle for Mount Doom?
Wasn't it called the Last Alliance or something?
I can't recall.
Anyway. Yeah, no, that's cool. I really like that.
So yeah, I love it as well. It's going to be fantastic. It's a brand new story. I'm assuming they're going to be heavily sourcing their material from the Silmarillion. Any other sort of Tolkien writing.
Have you read Silmarillion?
I haven't bothered. I've heard it's quite a painful one.
No, I'm shaking my head.
Okay.
Don't read it. Don't read it. Bad, evil.
I'll keep away from it.
But what? I do have like a Tolkien encyclopedia, and you can get the good stuff out of that.
Fantastic.
Like Shelob. Oh, Mechlor might be the baddie.
Is that like Shelob's mum?
It's Sauron's master, who Melkar, maybe that's right. Yeah. Who stole Shelob from the other plane. And walked her across the ice bridge or something. But yeah, there's some cool stuff in there.
Fantastic. Yeah, so that's great. Me and Adam are saying to Amazon, if you're listening, put us in it. Hire us to be. Oh, yes,
they're filming in the UK, aren't they?
They're filming in Scotland, I think. Ooh. Yeah, so I will be in that in some way or form.
Even if we have to cannon you in from a nearby cliff.
I'll die for that film. Yeah, that is it for the old Fortnite Schmortnight.
Great stuff.
Cool.
Oh, there is one other thing.
Go on.
It's not strictly film related, but it has been in soundtracks. The Prodigy. Keith Flint.
Sad, very sad.
Very sad news. I'm sure everyone has already heard it. This is already going out a week after we're recording it anyway.
So old news.
But still pretty gutted about it.
Yeah, so obviously Firestarter has come up in so many movies and many of their other songs. I remember him in Charlie's Angels. There's a fight scene where they smash it out.
Right.
I think they parody it in Scary Movie 2.
It's a song. Well, it's a music video that terrified me when I first saw it.
Yes.
Because I was, 7, 8?
It's just because him with his wide eyes.
Yeah.
Sort of swaying from side to side.
In my child brain, I associated him with Vivian from The Young Ones.
Yeah.
And I saw them as the same person. But this was the scary version, you know?
You remember those fluorescent villains in Batman Returns? where it's all punky.
God, yeah,
he would be one of them.
Yeah, he would,
He'd be like jumping on top of a trash can, like.
But this is the thing. He was terrified me, but I loved it at the same time. And I wonder if he's the reason I'm into horror movies.
Do you reckon?
Because I love being scared by him in the video. Because I love the music.
You found an energising place to put your fear.
Yeah, my masochism, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks, mate.
Yeah, you're brilliant.
Yeah, really, really gutted to hear the news. It was a massive shock. I was listening to them at the time when it came out.
Yeah, I saw them live at Reading 2009, and they were a sight to behold.
Yeah,
and a sound to behold on top of that.
And I'm really, really annoyed I never got to see them. But anyway, so let's play
Firestarter.
Twisted Firestarter.
Please, sir.
What is it, boy?
Please, can you sponsor us?
What?
You could sponsor a show on North Herts FM that's made for the community, by the community. And let us keep making great content. We're a fledgling station, but one with over 10,000 listeners a month. And it keeps growing.
And what's in it for me?
5 adverts a day, sir. Plus, the world will get to see your branding at live events, online, and be proudly displayed alongside the show you choose to sponsor on all online content. Plus, on-air mentions and branding. It won't even be taken out of the shows on Listen Again, so your brand will be out there forever.
Then how much is that going to cost me?
Only £360 a year, sir, or £30 a month if you just want to run adverts instead of a full sponsor.
It isn't more?
No, sir. Just head to northhertsfm.com for more information, or get in touch on Twitter or Facebook.
This is brilliant. Show for sale, show for sale.
Okay, it's us at the podcast again. Hope you're enjoying our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah.
What you got for me, man?
We're running out of energy. Right, so, yes, funny story. So, me and Josh working today on the film, The Last Bits and Pieces. We suddenly realised that we needed to get some makeup for the transformation of Zara.
Zara, rebel without a cause.
And eventually without a soul.
Yes.
Actually, that's quite cool. I hadn't thought of that before.
Nice.
Then we've also suddenly realised we have no idea about makeup.
No.
Now, this happened with you as well, when we were asking about like a colour chart so you can match up the actors. That was bad enough. This time we're actually asking for like pale white sort of foundation.
Yeah.
Which I thought, people wear that. The Marilyn Mansons.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the Gothicas.
Yeah.
The Crows. They all wear this stuff. And yet, where do they buy this stuff? Because it's not Boots, I'll tell you that much.
Did you try Unicorn?
We is too far away.
Fair. What, down the street?
Yeah, well, we had to get back to the car before half an hour. We weren't going to pay for a car park ticket. Ugh.
No.
But, yes. So we were asking... We asked this girl, could you show us to like some really sort of pale foundation? What's it for? It's for a film we're doing at the weekend, which I felt a bit awkward about, and yet proud of at the same time. Anyway, and so she took us around all these different things, and basically said, everything's different really, so just see what you like.
Well, that's useless.
Thanks for that. And it's like a different world for you, isn't it? Yes, it really is.
That's why we're asking you.
We don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. What a nightmare.
It's like the ladies' department of Primark all over again. Where our wonderful actress Isabel Albert helped us through.
Yes, indeed. It's so bizarre. It really, I don't know, is it emasculating to not understand what the hell this whole thing is?
It's just something you want to get out of the way, isn't it? And then you don't want the struggle. And then when they just don't have the answer, you're just left wandering around all these different shades.
It's also so expensive. This is why every girl I've ever known have jobs.
Yeah.
There are guys I know who are unemployed for long periods of time. I was one of them. Girls never so much. Is it because they have to afford ridiculously overpriced makeup?
Probably. Whereas you would just buy another, Lollipop Chainsaw game.
Yeah. £4 from the local shop.
Brilliant.
Yeah. No, yeah. But what's the equivalent? Let's not talk gender too much, but what's the equivalent? What would
so I know a lot of people buy aftershave en masse. I have a very close friend who works for a boots-like company that shall remain unnamed.
Why? Why are we calling Boots Out and not?
But he always gets us loads of aftershave.
Oh, maybe that's why we're not mentioning you.
There you go. But if you, don't have that sauce, I guess a lot of people buy a ton of aftershave. But then girls buy loads of perfume.
Yeah, I don't think it's... Yeah. It's just something that...
Have you moisturised? Do you moisturise?
Do you know what I do, moisturise?
I've started moisturising and it feels great.
I started because... Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
I started because when the season changed, I always got, like, crusty skin. My scales would start showing.
You crusty, crusty man.
So I started moisturising.
Yeah, I've got this
kept up on it now.
really cool stuff. You put it on your face and you feel so fresh.
Oh, I've been using Groom. Sponsor us, please.
Oh.
Groom sends it in a little box.
Oh, did they? Is it like a subscription?
Yeah, but it's quite reasonable. But the box comes straight... It's about the size of our little movie mistakes book.
Oh, yeah. Which you'll be hearing about later.
They're thin, square bottles. They fit in this box that goes through that box. Brilliant. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Fans, please moisturise, because not only does it make your skin feel brilliant, it kind of enhances your youth and keeps your skin feeling fresh and healthy.
Yes. Although the dog goes mad when I wear it.
Really?
I think it's obviously got some natural ingredients that smell delicious.
Do you moisturise your dog? I would like to moisturise your dog.
Okay.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice.
I'd love to rub a dog in moisturiser.
The dog looks a bit like a seal when it's wet.
So you slick it back, it'd be like a slimy, foamy...
Let's go back to the show.
Nick's Game Reviews. Ape Out. Ape Out is a top-down beat-em-up developed by Gabe Cuzillo, and published by Devolver Digital. If you haven't heard of Devolver before, then I beg you to go and watch their Not E3 presentation from last year. It is something really special. I don't really know what to say about Ape Out. The art style is very similar to Hotline Miami, and when I first saw the trailer for the game, it looked like it was almost identical, but then I played it, and I couldn't have been more wrong. You play as an ape that has got to get from point A to point B, killing any armed enemies on the way that intend to cause you any harm. Each time you get shot, more and more blood will trail behind the ape. Get shot too many times, and the ape dies. There are three main reasons why this game won me over. The aforementioned art style, which has to be seen to be believed, the simple yet addictive gameplay, and the music. This is what really makes the ape stand out. As you storm from one room to another, ripping enemies apart and splattering their brains against the nearest wall, or kiting enemies around walls in an effort to line them up and take them all out in one hit to declare yourself king off the conga line, you're accompanied by this absolutely mad freestyle jazz soundtrack. With each hack and whack, the drums beat and the cymbals crash to keep the game from feeling in any way repetitive. If you fail to help the ape escape, the screen will zoom out to show you how far you got through that particular level, and sometimes this can be so infuriating as you realise you are within feet of the exit. I love it. You can play Ape Out on your nearest Nintendo Switch or Windows PC right now, and I really do implore you to. If this game doesn't feature in my Game of the Year list at the end of 2019, then I'll go absolutely apeshit.
Are you enjoying North Herts FM? Oh, well, I hope so. If you are and want to support North Herts FM, but don't want to sponsor a show or pay for advertising, there is another option. Just head to the supporters wall at www.northartsfm.com and you can donate £50 to help support this community radio station and leave a little message at the same time. In fact, let's take a look at one of our supporters. Okay, here we go. In the Doghouse. In the Doghouse have donated £50 for a message up on the supporters wall, and this is their message. In the Doghouse, home from home doggy boarding. 07958 639 008. That's 07958 639 008. And there's a little picture of a cute little dog in a kennel. So there we are. You too can get your message out there by leaving just £50 on the North Herts FM supporters wall, although maybe try and avoid Comic Sans in the future. And that was David Bowie, Cat People Putting Out Fire from the Inglourious Bastards soundtrack. I can say that.
You can get away with that because it's the title of the film.
Okay, cool. So yes, filming. Ooh, tomorrow is scary.
Very scary.
So tonight we've been in panic mode all day. People on Instagram and Twitter may have already seen it, but we've been rapidly putting together the last few things for our puppets and props. And joining us is our puppets and props expert, Josh.
Hello there.
He's from the farm.
From the farm.
Yes, people who listen to the Christmas special might remember Josh.
Hello, I apologise for that.
It's fine, you helped us kidnap Mall Santa.
Yeah.
And we saved him from...
We saved him.
Yeah.
We didn't kidnap him, we released him.
We did release him.
We somehow got out of that sleigh crash pretty well, I think, you know.
Yep, we survived in one piece. I think it was the tequila softened the blow.
It did,
yes.
It really helped. Our sordid past. Yes, so, Josh, today... What have we done?
Well, today I came and picked you up, and we've had a mad rush around town, collecting all our last little bits and bobs.
Yes, and it was more than I expected as well.
Yeah, lots of back and forth, I think.
Yeah. It was very reminiscent of our 48-hour film days.
Oh, yes, definitely.
When we had no idea what we were doing, and we'd run around the shops, couldn't find anything.
No, of course not. Or we'd find something and be like, bloody hell, can I say that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. That's bloody expensive.
Yeah, do you remember making a periscope out of two... even were they?
I think it was like table legs and just some bits of wood I found.
Yeah. Feet on the table legs. Oh, God.
Those were the days.
So instead today, we bought lots of bits and bobs, some costume accessories, and you showed off...
Oh, yes.
The puppet.
My new little puppet, yeah. Very proud of him.
Rob, have we announced the film properly?
No, maybe it's about time.
All right. So the film is called Quaggers. It's based on a very terrible short film we did in college-ish.
Which will never see the light of day.
But from it, we decided to make a feature film. We decided that was too much, so we made a short film. So this short film pits... You tell me the story.
So 4 teenagers venture into the woods for...
Teenagers.
Yeah,
Inverted
teenagers.
Quotes, yeah.
For a night of debauchery.
Yes.
When they are set upon by these extraterrestrial creatures.
Yes. Basically, these foot-tall purple blobs with teeth.
Yes.
Which I think we decided were like living tumours that come to life after the events of this short film we're doing.
Yeah. And there's going to be lots of blood, lots of gore, and lots of slime.
Lots and lots of slime.
We are going to terrorise those poor little actors that we've hired.
We're definitely going to freeze one of them.
Yes. It'll be fine. I am really worried about the weather, but we'll see. Yes. I think it'll be alright. But yeah, we're going to end up pouring... One of the things we had to do today, Josh, was find a bucket.
Yep, find a big... how much do we get? 45 litres?
I think 50 litres worth of slime to pour over.
Oh my God.
Well, we wanted in my head, it was a home winemaking kit barrel. But do you know how much they cost?
How much?
£30.
What?
Yes. I assume because it's pressurised. But yeah. So we ended up getting two
just like normal 25 litre buckets. And
So this gunge isn't going to be heated at all. There's going to be loads of it. We're going to be in the middle of the woods in early March, and we're going to tip all of it on an actor at, what, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the evening maybe?
Yeah, that's still warm then, isn't it? We could add hot water to it to warm it up a bit.
Let's not make it easy for
Alright,
you.
fair enough.
probably get cold by the time we transport it all there anyway.
I wonder if this is going to be used as evidence.
Quite possibly. I am concerned that the purple slime is going to stain our poor actors. But we're going to get into a shower very quick. Josh put some paint on you earlier.
Yeah, it seems to have washed out. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said that with a bit of hesitance.
You're looking a bit flushed.
Are we ready, Josh?
Almost. I am currently in panic mode doing the last little bits and bobs.
I just dragged Josh in from the kitchen where he was frantically painting blisters.
But yeah, no, I think we're all good pretty much for what we have to do tomorrow. Obviously, if we were shooting the whole thing, it would be a different story.
Yeah. We're filming in 3 parts. We're filming the external, the internal, and then the special effects. That's the plan.
Yeah. So
it should be nice and simple.
That's what I've been telling myself the whole time we've been working. That's only a 5-minute job. Oh, no.
Yeah. You didn't have any experience with any of this, did you?
Just a tiny little bit of sort of painting and a few mould making stuff for when I restored churches.
Yes.
Nothing on this kind of scale. It's kind of taken those skills and cranked them up to 11, basically.
Yeah. YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube helps.
YouTube and actually Instagram people.
Yeah.
Cosplayers and stuff. They do little tutorials. It's been quite a nice help.
We are definitely living in a golden age of this stuff.
For the first time, I'm not meaning to big up our own film. I am meaning to big up our own film. But the puppet looks absolutely incredible.
Thank
you very much.
Yeah.
It's been a long old path, that puppet.
Yeah.
I did the concept art when I did the script 2 years ago.
Oh my god.
And then Josh met a man who makes models, who made the basic model, and then from there, you've made a beast.
Yes. Lots of trouble painting him as well. All the paint came off quite a few times.
Oh, but you've got a trick though. What's the mixing paint with the liquid latex?
Yeah, mixing paint with the liquid latex seems to keep it all together. But unfortunately, if it all starts to peel off, it does take every single layer of paint off of it.
Okay.
And so you're back with the base.
Hooray!
Which happens twice, I think 2 or 3 times when I tried to paint them.
All right, well, don't tell us that. We're living in blissful ignorance. Yeah. No, it's all good. So tomorrow we've got a long old day, so we're going to try and stay up till silly hours so we can shift our sleeping pattern, but we'll see how well that goes. Yeah. Might be a nightcap situation.
I think it will be.
Yes, indeed. Cool. Well, obviously we'll let you know how it goes. We're going to be getting lots of photos done.
Yeah, so my nephew, we're getting involved. He's a very, very talented photographer.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. He's going to be doing some behind the scenes for us. Are we going to give him a camera so we can get a tasty sort of video?
Yes. Well, I need to check because I've got a normal camera as well, and I need to check if it does video. Or I can just give him our old video camera.
Yeah, just set him loose.
I think he'd be. I kind of lean more towards getting stills off him.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we can pick up the camera.
Yeah.
The video camera. But yeah, I think I would definitely want to try and get as much behind the scenes as possible. Mainly just to show off that we're actually doing something.
Yeah, definitely. People need to know. The world needs to know.
It'll look pretty good on Tinder.
Well.
No, it's. I think it's really exciting, and yeah, Tristan's very enthusiastic. I remember talking to him at the wedding. He's definitely into it, and it'd be really good to give him something as well.
Absolutely.
Runners, we've got runners. Last time we mentioned that we were looking for people.
Yes.
We now have 3 runners.
We did have 4.
We did have 4. Let's not talk about her.
The one that knows how to drive and made us lose a car.
No, it's all good. Again, great, talented local people, so it's really quite cool that we found them. And I think it's quite intimidating to think that a year ago it was 3 of us.
Yeah. And we now got our own.
And we now have sort of 10 of us on set.
We're going to be controlling people and telling them what to do.
Yeah, each of you have a team.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I think the power might go to my head.
Yeah, so especially if there was a point when I didn't think the reflector was going to come in time, and just thinking, do we just put the runner in a foil blanket and make it stand on the Yeah. Anyway, that's all cool. Yes. Is there anything else to add?
Just thank God for caffeine.
Yes. And energy drinks. Emerge. 29p at B&M.
B&M need to sponsor us.
Oh, they really, really do. Adam's Film Reviews. Captain Marvel 2019.
War is a universal language. I know a renegade soldier when I see one. Never occurred to me that one might come from above. Space invasion, big car chase. Truth be told, I was ready to hang it up until I met you today. So you're not from around here?
It's hard to explain. I keep having these memories. I see flashes. I think I had a life here. But I can't tell if it's real.
First of all, I'd just like to say, shut up! Shut up! Captain Marvel has become the latest film of many that have been wrapped up in bullplop gender politics and controversy, and has created a virtual riot across much of the internet. Honestly, thanks to YouTube algorithms, I've been well aware that there are real human being people out there pasting hate videos about Brie Larson and Captain Marvel on a daily basis. Why? Who knows? I certainly don't, and after seeing the film, I really don't care. Right, that's the world put to rights. Captain Marvel throws us straight into an alien world. Hala is its name, capital world of the Kree Empire. Here a suspiciously human Veers struggles to sleep. Veers is a member of Star Force, a sort of combination of special forces and a intergalactic SWAT team led by Yon Rog, who consistently urges Veers to keep her emotions in check and not to use her whooshy laser fist powers. Later, during a Star Force operation against shape-shifting aliens known as the Skrull, the Star Force members are ambushed and Veers is separated from her squad, who are forced to flee. Now in custody of the Skrull, Veers is placed in a device designed to read her memories. Talos, the Skrull commander, is searching for something hidden deep within her mind, but she doesn't know what. In actual fact, she doesn't know much at all. Her memories only go back so far, around 6 years, but the memory probe awakens something in her. Memories of a different world, of being a fighter pilot, of friends she doesn't recognise. Breaking free, Veers is able to escape her captors, and ends up crash landing on the world below, where she lands in Los Angeles, circa 1995. With the Skrull closely following, Veers is picked up by government agents working for S.H.I.E.L.D., namely Agent Nick Fury and Agent Coulson. Attacked by the Skrull, Fury is quick to track Veers down and work out what's going on, and soon the pair form a sort of buddy cop duo racing across America to uncover the truth. Who or what are the Skrull looking for? What does it have to do with the Kree? Who was Veers, and why are the Skrull so terrified of a harmless ginger cat? In the end, we get the usual computer-generated conclusion and fireworks with lots of colours and noises, making it one more in a long line of Marvel films that presumably excite someone somewhere. Captain Marvel was a surprise. I enjoyed it more than I expected, but at the end of the day, it's just another chapter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's no real standout intrigue, character, or twist. In fact, I think Captain Marvel was seriously lacking a hook. Small changes like having Veers not be a sassy backchatter right from the start. Maybe make her take on board the lessons of holding back her emotion as a Kree soldier, only to start cracking and revealing her inner humanity as the story progresses. Character development, who needs it? The music choices too felt out of place. I get that the film is set in the 90s, but that isn't much of an excuse for just randomly playing the 90s greatest hits every so often. That said, I must admit, the soundtrack is suspiciously similar to some of my own playlists, so I can't fault it for that. Okay film, good for the greater Marvel puzzle, but if you want to see a real gender game changer, I'd stick to Wonder Woman.
I'm not what you think I am.
Right, Josh, you staying with us?
No, I'm going to shoot off and try and cram in as much painting as possible.
Okay.
But good luck, and it's lovely to speak to everyone who's listening.
Right, all right.
Yeah.
Back to work now. Back to work!
Is he gone?
Yes.
Finally.
God. Honestly, the nerve. He's got work to do and he's just sitting here chatting. What a scumbag.
What a scumbag.
Well, as an eternal pessimist, my mind for tomorrow is being drawn to mistakes. Little mistakes that movie people make.
Oh, yes.
And thankfully, I have this little book called Movie Mistakes by John Sandys.
Fantastic. So is this a book of goofs?
Yes. So let me just randomly select some, shall we? Okay. There's something about Mary. When Ben Stiller got his Franken beans caught in the zipper, the friendly police officer thought he would assist with the problem. He unbuttoned his sleeves and rolled them up. But then the next camera shot showed them buttoned up, and they had to be rolled down again.
Oh, those stupid, stupid idiots.
What silly sots!
Morons!
Face off! In the shoot-'em-up scene in the hangar at the beginning of the film, Pollux Troy shoots an agent in the stomach, and the agent flies back, and you can see the rope pulling him. What a load of fools!
What a bunch of buffoons!
Scream. At the beginning, when Billy, Skeet Ulrich, is leaving Sydney in Neve Campbell's room, he climbs out of the window and walks away. Which isn't possible because all the roofs in the house are slanted, and it's at least a 2-story house. If her bedroom's on the ground floor, why the next night does she go upstairs to get to her room?
God damn!
I bet you never thought of that before.
No, stupid.
Evil Dead 2.
No.
When Ash is crawling through the cellar, he finds some pages, and he holds them in his right hand. Only problem is, he cut off his right hand earlier and attached a chainsaw to it. The film was flipped, so he appeared to be crawling in the right direction.
What? Hang on, stop a second.
What?
How many mistakes are we going to make tomorrow? How many continuity errors are we going to make tomorrow? How many times are we going to end up in a book like this one day?
Never.
Yeah.
Because we're not idiots. Like in Clerks, the funeral and the selling of the cigarettes both happened at 4 o'clock.
Oh, dumb.
I mean, this might be the pettiest book I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's very petty.
It's so silly. We've still got 7 minutes to go, so Scary Movie 3.
Oh, well, you think you've got a book.
I have got a book.
I've got a book.
Have you?
Yeah, I just found it on my lap. And it's got
her on it.
It's got her on it. And
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Kidbot.
And it's called The Best Movie and TV Quiz Book Ever.
Ever?
By Marks and Spencer.
By Mark Spencer.
Right, let's have a go.
Right, come on then.
Which Oscar-winning director was the star of What Women Want?
I don't know.
I've got to see page 53.
Oh wait, was it Mel Gibson?
I don't know, man. I've got to find page. Oh, it's the next page. Yes.
Yes.
Who played Billy Flynn in Chicago?
I don't know.
Roman Polanski.
What? Wait, what?
No.
Oh, it's a book of lies.
Wait. What was this? Let's just forget I said that one. What was the sequel to Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Which 2001 Gwyneth Paltrow movie had Royal in the title?
Gwyneth Paltrow?
Better get this one. Think, who's our favourite weird director? Who directed?
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yes. Mr. Wes Anderson. In the 1990s, as well as The Wrong Trousers, which Wallace and Gromit movie won an Oscar?
Curse of the... What year?
The 90s.
90s? Wrong Trousers and Close Shave?
Yes.
Yes.
Where was there fear and loathing in the 1998 movie with Cameron Diaz?
Where was it?
Yeah, where was there fear and loathing? In the 1998
Las
movie?
Vegas?
Yeah.
Can we have hard ones? Let's go up a bit.
What have we got? Potluck. What was Dr. Ross's first name in ER?
I don't know. Henry.
Yeah, that'll do. Which rugby player joined Ulrika Johnson as a Gladiators presenter?
What? I didn't even remember Ulrika being a Gladiators presenter.
Ulrika. Who played Ally McBeal?
Oh. Ally McBeal.
Callista Flockhart.
Oh, of course it was.
What colour were Seinfeld's shoes?
What?
What colour were Seinfeld's shoes?
I've seen every episode of Seinfeld. White.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Who was Wayne's sidekick in Wayne's World?
Garth.
Yeah. In Father Ted, which priest was almost permanently drunk?
Jack.
Yeah. Which sitcom featured Miss Tibbs and Major Gowan?
Miss Tibbs and Major Gowan?
Major! How are you today, Major?
Fawlty Towers.
Yes. Is she the... Is this a piece of your brain?
Oh, God. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I had some money. I've lost it.
Yeah. Oh, God. Possibly the most irritating character ever on TV.
Yes. Do you want more?
I don't know, mate.
Is it rubbish? It's rubbish.
This is rubbish.
Listen, alright?
Terminate. The telephone message left by Sarah Connor's roommate changes the 2 times we hear it. The second time, there is no delay between hi there and ha 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 fooled you, while the first time has a delay of over a second.
Which Irishman has presented the Eurovision Song Contest?
I don't know.
Graham Norton.
Oh, yeah. That's quite obvious, really.
We've got a film to make tomorrow. We're reading these stupid books to each other.
We've got
midnight.
Oh, yes, it is midnight. This is the latest we've ever recorded.
Yes.
But I feel like we've got a sort of manic energy going for us.
We're trying to adjust our body clocks so that we wake up late so we can stay up until, it's probably going to end up being 3 in the morning, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch another horror movie after this.
Yeah.
We're going to have a beer. We're going to calm down. And we're going to just wait for all this to blow over.
Yeah. How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right. That's... Who's your favourite monster?
Godzilla.
All right, let's put Godzilla on.
I'm just a sweet screen bucket.
Well, that was the end of our very tired and stressful show.
Yes.
We may not have come across as stressful and tired, but we really, really are.
We really, really are. I think we should go.
I think we should go. Although we've only been doing this link for a couple of minutes.
I don't mean now.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously. What a silly sod I am. Oh dear. All right. Well, have you got anything to add?
Well,
is there anything you're looking forward to?
I'm very much looking forward to Sunday afternoon where I can lie on the couch and breathe. There's stuff inevitably coming out at the cinema.
There always is, isn't there?
On the Netflix, on the telly. Game of Thrones is only a month away. What we can confirm is when we have the next new episode after this one, we'll have a load of awesome stuff to tell you about, and hopefully not nightmare stuff.
And yeah, in the coming weeks, when things settle down a bit, we're going to be pushing for interviews and things, so listen out. If you do creative things locally, do let us know, because we'd love to speak to you.
Unless you're boring.
Unless you're boring.
Yeah, then don't bother.
Yeah, because we've had enough movie mistakes from John Sandys. Yeah. If John Sandys is listening, we don't want you to come.
No, because you're going to put a negative spin on everything. You're going to point out all of our mistakes.
You're going to point out that when the Hulk breaks out of the government lab, he pushes up a round staircase and a soldier jumps behind it. The same soldier is then suddenly seen right in front of it when the camera angle changes. Yeah, I think you've nailed the nail on the hammer of the head
hammered nail
of the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, God. 3 more hours and we can go to bed. Oh, God.
Hollow Dell Media's Screen Bucket with Adam and Rob.
Well, sorry.
Rob just turned into a Formula 1 car.
Well, that was the... that was the show. We have come to the end of the podcast for this week. We hope you've learned a lot about Critters 1 and Critters 2, and are excited for the Disney and DC and Marvel films to come. And we also hope that you enjoyed hearing about our film.
And Possum!
Stop showing me the spider in the bloody gym bag, please.
I think it's a medicine bag.
Shut up. Don't look at it again. They've literally got that kind of spider. They've got the Hertfordshire Hairy. Yeah.
Well, yes. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Please, like we say, follow us on Twitter at @screen_bucket. If you want to find out more about the film, please follow us at Hollowdale Media and North Herts FM at North Herts FM.
Yes, please do.
Your favourite community radio station.
Yeah.
Soon to be the only one. Did you hear about this?
No.
A lot of the sort of national, regional, the bigger regional shows like Heart are dropping their local content. It's becoming more nationalised.
Yes, I have heard this.
So community radio might be the future.
This is like the boat that rocked. We're going to become that almost pirate radio station.
I mean, not far off.
Yeah, except legal.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfectly above board.
Oh, it's all above board.
Oh, you know what as well? North Herts FM are going to be at a lot of festivals.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of festivals.
Ooh. What's the best way to find out? The website?
Yeah, keep looking at the website. Tune in. I'm sure you'll hear more. But there's all sorts of like beer festivals, music festivals.
Yeah. In fact, we might be doing a live show at one of the beer festivals. Ooh.
Let me just reiterate that. Our first ever live show with alcohol. With our first ever live show ever.
Also alcohol.
And then they throw alcohol on us. So, yeah, that's going to go well.
Yes. We'll be less tired than we are now, though.
Yes.
Anyway, great. Well, have a good one, guys. And we'll see you in a fortnight.
See you in a fortnight.